explain that closed system. See, closed system is one in which only energy transfer occurs. Only energy transfer occurs in between system and surrounding. Only energy transfer occurs in between system and surrounding, and mass of the system remains constant. Mass of the system remains constant. It means mass doesn't cross the boundary. Mass doesn't crosses the boundary, isn't it? Only energy is going to cross or is going to transfer. Then no issue whether it is being transferred from system to surrounding or surrounding to system, but only energy is being transferred and mass remains unchanged. That type of system is nothing but closed system. Such systems are nothing but closed system. And the very similar example or very related example of closed system is, consider again a piston cylinder arrangement as considered in case of open thermodynamic system. Consider a piston cylinder arrangement in which this is cylinder, this is piston, okay, this is piston, but there are some points purposefully I have not shown here as I shown in open type system, and that is, and these points are inlet wall and exhaust wall. It means we have to consider the piston cylinder arrangement for closed system, or we have to understand, we have to assume the piston cylinder arrangement as a closed system but without exhaust inlet or exhaust wall, without any type of wall. Now see, consider piston cylinder arrangement filled with gas, a particular gas or air. Piston cylinder arrangement filled with particular gas or air. Here assume Q is the amount of energy or heat energy. Q is the amount of heat energy being given to that gas filled in the cylinder. Now initially what happens, say the pressure of that gas inside the cylinder is P1, temperature is T1, and volume is V1, or specific volume is V1. Specific volume means volume per kg of that fluid or gas. Now here, if I transfer the heat to that gas, what happen? All these properties, pressure, temperature, volume, these are the properties of thermodynamic system, and this point we will see in next session, or we will cover in next session according to our curriculum given in that syllabus or given by MSBT. Now see, these are the initial conditions or initial properties. After addition of heat, what happens? The pressure of gas increases, say it is P2, temperature increases, say it is T2, and volume, specific volume also increases, say it is V2. Now, as the piston cylinder arrangement, we are assuming without any wall, without inlet or exhaust wall, it means there is no any way to escape out the gas from the cylinder. But we are adding the heat, and definitely due to addition of heat there will be some effect will occur on that system or that on that fluid, isn't it? And this effect is nothing but increment in the property of that fluid. And as a result of increment in the property of fluid, what happens? The gas again apply the force or pressure on the piston, and the piston, due to application of force, moves down in this way. Okay, now this is the new position of that piston. Means due to application of force, the piston goes down from, say, A to B. Okay, A to B. This much is the displacement of piston. Again, this force into displacement of piston is nothing but work. Okay. Now moving towards the definition of closed system, as this is one of the thermodynamic system, that is piston cylinder arrangement without any valve. We are supplying heat Q in to that gas, isn't it? Means that energy is crossing the boundary. Okay, fluid is already present in the cylinder, and due to addition of heat, the effect is that displacement of piston takes place, isn't it? Displacement of piston takes place, and this force into displacement is nothing but work. It means whatever the energy in form of heat is given to this system, it is converted into work. I don't say that all energy is converted into work. Some part of heat is converted into work, and some part will be rejected to surrounding. That is another point or another concept we will see in next another point or another bit. But here it is definite that, or it is confirmed that only energy is crossing the boundary. Are you getting? Gas which is having some mass, it is not crossing the boundary. It is already present in the system. It is entrapped into that system or piston cylinder arrangement, and only energy is entering into the system, means crossing the boundary. And as we are getting the work from this system, means again work is done by system, this system on surrounding, means again energy, only energy is crossing the boundary. Gas is not coming out or gas is not escaping. And as gas is not escaping, it means mass of that gas or mass of the system remains unchanged. This is the closed system. Now let us prepare a particular definition or a standard definition of closed system. See, closed system is one of the type of thermodynamic system in which only energy crosses the boundary, mass remains unchanged or mass remains constant. In another word, closed system is one in which only transfer of energy takes place, exchange of energy takes place in between system and surrounding without transferring or without crossing the mass, without exchanging the mass. It means mass remains unchanged. And that's in this table I show